business talking about this anime, so I will. I actually made a video on this anime a couple months ago, but since I left across the country, I didn't really have much time to watch the ending of it. So obviously I watched this as soon as I got back home. And I gotta say, this anime right here is probably one of my favorite anime of the year so far. Yeah, I know, big statement, huge claim, but just stick with me. Hey you, this is my first video back, so be nice. Real quick before the video starts, I want to say I have a sponsorship with Call of Dragons right now, as you can see the widget above me. If you click the link in my bio and play Call of Dragons and install it using that link, it'll support me directly and I'd really appreciate it. All you gotta do is download. It takes less than 20 minutes to hit the Town Hall at level 5, also known as Order Hall in this Call of Dragons game. It's an MMO game. You also get heroes in the game. You can level them up. There's a whole campaign. Also, I stream on Twitch, as you can see here in the widget, maid costume. If I get 50 subs on Twitch, I'll be wearing the maid costume there. Links will be in the description for the Call of Dragons sponsorship and the Twitch link. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. What I enjoy about Windbreaker: the characters. If your characters are just solid in any show, movie, or any piece of media, they can single-handedly get you through the show. Even if you only like one character and it's the main character and there's like 20 characters surrounding him, that one main character that you like can get you through an entire show. This show in particular though just has so many likable characters in my opinion. My favorite is probably Sakura, who was the main character, because I relate to him a lot. But there is just a really big cast in here that I think many people will have many different favorite characters. They're all relatable in their own way and bring in their own uniqueness into the show. We follow the main story through the lenses of Sakura, whose main goal is to become the top dog in Furin High School, and he shows a lot of promise fighting wise, but in any other category he kind of lacks in it a lot. He is not very social, trusting, or open with anyone. His immediate reaction to anyone, it could just be anyone saying hi to him on the street, as he'll close him off, he'll block him off. The main character is essentially brought into a lot of experiences through the show that bring him to a crossroads. Does he make the difficult choice that leads him towards his goals, or does he make the easy choice that is in the complete opposite way of his goals? There are a lot of little mini conflicts that the main character goes through, and one of the main ones is accepting people. The reason why I enjoy Sakura's experiences is because I felt like this personally when I was growing up. I loved being alone. Being alone was something I really enjoyed to do. And I would say there is nothing wrong with this. I believe it's very important to be comfortable with yourself, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons, like Sakura. He actively chooses not to be close or comfortable with anyone in his life. Again, I was like this too, but to this extent, how Sakura is doing it, it's pretty wrong. And this is where we go into the themes of the show, and I would say it's tied to being trusting and open with others, like Umemiya, the leader of Fuin High School. He is basically the big brother to everyone in the show, and Sakura is there to mainly take him out of the throne because, again, he wants to be the top dog in Fuin High School. That's his whole goal. And there's actually a conversation they have towards the end of the season where Sakura's like, why are you so nice to me if you know I'm here for the top spot? And Umemiya says he just wants to treat everyone with kindness and accept everyone and help them out in their lives. So it's pretty nerve-wracking for Sakura because he can't believe that. There are so many experiences with Umemiya just being a genuine kind person, and Sakura's like, yo, get this dude away from me. And it's pretty funny. But again, there are so many moments here where Sakura learns from these good people around him that actually care and like him. In his mind, he believes he's a bad person because of the previous environments he had been in and the way those people treated him. One of the main things that the story introduces is that people treat him differently because of the way he looks, and because he was thrown in that environment with those people treating him like that, well, of course he doesn't want to get close to anyone if everyone's already been treating him like shit. So I can see where he's coming from, but being placed in this good environment of Furin High and this small city, he is immediately recognized as someone good, which is sometimes all someone needs. People to believe in you and what you stand for. Slowly, Sakura's trying to change for the better, but sometimes he's still a little dumb. The villains for this first season are really fucking interesting, and I really like them because what they stand for is completely the opposite of what Bofrin stands for. Bofrin is this little group or organization that formed from Furin High School, and they just like to protect people and protect each other and make the city safe. While this other group, the villain side, Shishitorin, they basically say if you lose in any fight, you're kicked out of the team, and you get humiliated when you lose that fight. So completely different ideals, and it's great to see them clash. Seeing these two groups fight was so fun to watch, and I would say the show slowly builds the tension between these fights, and I remember thinking to myself that I hoped they were not going to be disappointing. I think it took a little while to see these two groups fight, but I think the story was trying to set up those big fights because they could have fought since the first interaction they had, but they actually were being civil about it, which is funny. They were being civil about it, and they were like, you know what, let's set a time and place anywhere. For example, Joe Togama was the main man I wanted to see in action because of his introduction. We literally see him beating one of his members to a pulp after he'd already been injured by Sakura. This is the type of person our main character is going to have to face, and I'll tell you what, these episodes had me and my girlfriend itching for more. I wouldn't say there's a philosophy going on in this anime specifically like how Vagabond is and Vinland Saga is, but I feel like there is some sort of moral lesson that is trying to be taught in this story, and that's with Sakura and trying to accept people into his life. He has a very hard time accepting that some people are nice and actually care for one another, and that's his main struggle in this story. And that's why I really like this story, because I feel like a lot of days, especially because of this device, most people don't really talk in person, like physically to each other, so people are really separated and isolated because they're on the phone. So now more than ever, I think people should start talking more to each other and try and be more accepting and more understanding, because we're a social creature. We need to be talking to people and getting to experience one another, because if not, pretty sure you already know this, but if you're alone and you don't have any friends, it's pretty sad. So you need to get out there and not be afraid of accepting people into your life like how Sakura is. And that's one of the main reasons why I like this show, because seeing his experiences with everyone is pretty nice to see, because he's growing slowly as a person. And I think the lessons he's learning and the thought process he's having trying to learn these lessons is pretty good for all of us in life, honestly. The art style of this anime is beautiful. The character designs are really nice and animation is great, especially when the fights occur in this anime. Again, another part for some reason I thought was going to be lacking: the fight scenes and the actual animation and the action sequences. But I was, again, very wrong, because the fight scenes are really nice and fluid to watch. I'll literally just sit there and stare at my screen without saying a word watching these dudes beat each other up. The music, well, it's always doing the show justice, especially the intro being super catchy. So a funny story, I actually listened to this song I think before I even watched the first episode of the anime, and I was really enjoying the song. And then I realized that this was the song for the anime, the intro, and I was freaking out because this is probably one of my favorite intros of all time. Yeah, that's right, of all time. I just really think this song fits the story and Sakura's journey because it's so energetic and crazy, and that's how he is. That's how he is as a person. But then there's some little slowing down moments in the song that remind me of Sakura as well. Why do they remind me of Sakura? Well, it's because there are some moments in the show or the story where he needs to slow down a bit and not just throw punches. He actually has to think and talk to people, you know? Like I said, I listened to this song on repeat when it first came out on YouTube way too much. Overall, this show was received very well. When season 1 ended, they actually confirmed the production of season 2, which I'm really excited for. And it was really nice to see that when I was away from home, I was actually on the internet and I saw that season 2 got confirmed as soon as season 1 ended. So I was like, heck yeah, that means that season 1's ending must have been really good and left a good impression on people if season 2's production got confirmed like that as soon as season 1 ended. So I was really happy for that. Overall, if you want to see some people beat up other people with some dope action sequences and music, this is for you. If you also like watching anime that makes you appreciate the lessons it's trying to give you, then this anime will also be for you. There's also a little bit of slice of life in here because sometimes it's pretty chill and pretty relaxing and the characters are trying to just talk, you know? So there's also that comfortable feeling watching this anime too. There are so many moments where the guys are just there for each other, and it's cool seeing all of them kick ass and learn with each other and grow together. Guys, being back doing YouTube videos is so exciting to me. I had so much fun making this video and I hope you enjoyed it. This anime is going to be one of my favorites this year. I think it might be in my top 3, honestly. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Comment your thoughts if you've already watched this anime, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a great rest of your day and peace. I just realized I had my headphones on for this entire time and I don't know why. Nice.